Gospel legend Marvin Sapp went viral this past week for telling church ushers to close the doors until the room raised $40,000. Now he says it's all being taken out of context, but folks online not buying it. So was this a harmless moment of stewardship, or did he go way too far? Let's listen to what Marvin Sapp had to say.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I actually think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife, Melinda P. Sapp, was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk.
Wasn't bad enough he asked for the money. He wanted to see it. Show your face. Online, the reaction was harsh. Accusations of coercion, manipulation, and even spiritual abuse flooded social platforms. Some viewers likened it to holding people hostage in the name of tithes and offerings. Sapp has since spoken out multiple times, defending the moment as tradition, not extortion. He clarified that no doors were physically locked and the money wasn't for him, and the ask was a normal part of large faith gatherings. He also admitted that his tone may have been too assertive and apologized for how it, quote unquote, may have come across.
That offering was taken last year. This was a service that happened last August. Number 2, it didn't happen at my local church. It actually happened at a national organization's international meeting where churches from all over the country, all over the world came together for the purpose of celebrating the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. People took issue with me saying, shut the doors. Understand, I never said lock the doors.
Yeah.
I said shut the doors. Shutting doors mean that people still have the ability to go in and out. They've taken issue with my tone. And I can honestly say, looking at the video, maybe I was a little more assertive than I should have been. And I can apologize for that. Anybody that goes to church, ushers one-on-one, that's the first thing they teach you as being an usher, is that there are 3 times you don't walk. You don't walk during the altar call. You don't walk during prayer. You don't walk during the offering. One of the reasons being is because of the sacredness of the moment. But it's also about security. As a pastor, we understand and we know that churches are being robbed at gunpoint. It's happening all over the country. This is not something I'm making up. This is factual. So if you got 5,000 people in the room, you want the doors closed. You don't want the doors locked. I couldn't get them locked anyway. It's a convention center.
Celebrity pastor John Gray came to Sapp's defense, saying the backlash misses the cultural and spiritual context of these times of moments in Black church traditions. And while the denomination behind the event, the Pentecostal Assemblies of the World, echoed that statement, calling it an internal protocol, the video continues to fuel debate. So let's talk about it. The clip struck a nerve because for many it felt too familiar and too far, but does the backlash ignore the nuance of how church giving actually works, or was it finally time someone called it out? Ty, what do you think?
First,
You go to church.
I do. Honestly, I it's so weird to me. I don't have a huge issue with the way that was done. It's like, oh, close the doors, $20. Like $20 is not a lot. You weren't locked in the church.
Were
You were
you
gonna
with us? Sorry to disrupt you. Were you with us that year? I think it was a New Year's Eve. Me and Christina went to a service, and the church did that.
No, I've
You
never
weren't there?
experienced that before.
Okay.
I think I think the fact that I think just the way it was done in his tone is what was the most off-putting thing. I don't think the request, or it's not saying I'm demanding $40,000 from each of you. It's like there's a lot of us here. We can raise this much money, but I don't think he did it in the right way. I think it is like when you have those conventions and stuff, that is the reason they are there. They're there. It's not like an everyday church service where you're just coming to church off the street. Like the reason they are there, the reason why they're bringing all those churches together, the reason why they have all their resources being brought together is so they can raise money. And so he said, with all the people here and all the people watching, we can raise about $40,000. He just did it incorrectly, which he admitted to, and so it's time to move on. I mean, for me, I'm not making a big stink out of it. I know other people have such a huge issue with it, but I was going to give the money anyway. So what do I care?
Okay, you was gonna give the 20. You was gonna pay the 20.
I was going to give more than $20.
Okay,
I'm good.
You gave him more than 20.
And walk out the door.
I think Cash Dog, when he was up on the stage and he was talking or whatever, right? I'm like, okay, like he's trying to do this. I do know, like, the closing the doors, that's a normal thing. Like, but it just seemed very Dr. Umar-ish. You know what I mean? It was just like, not give what you can. It's like, you count my pockets. Like, yes, I was going to go to Golden Corral when I leave here and spend that same $20, but that's for the Golden Corral. That's not for the church at this moment. I'm going to give what I can give.
Yeah, I don't know. That narrative kind of annoys me too. I'm going to
be annoyed.
Stop being full of crap. If you really don't want to support the church, and it's okay. Why are you going there?
Yeah.
Like, why
you don't want to support? Maybe I don't have $20.
Maybe you expect pastors to be poor, lowly. You expect you to run an organization off of absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but you can't shame. Ty, you can't shame people.
You can't tell me
that shame people into giving.
I'm telling you, I want to raise a certain amount of money, and this is how I'm going to do it.
And I want the baskets up at the front because I want to see y'all come down and give.
I want to see y'all come down. And what happens when y'all walk down? Y'all touch that plate and y'all walk on. Y'all.
When they touch the rim.
For generations, people walk down. They touch the plate empty-handed and say, "May God, future," whatever that line is they say, and you walk back to your seat. Like, come on, people.
Yes,
well, we can't say the line, Ty, because we're gonna have to give accreditation. Like, we don't want to end up like William.
Then you go back to your seat. It's not that serious. You go to a church convention. I'm not dragging. You're not your mom your mama dragging you on a Sunday morning to church after you smoked weed and drank all night, and she's like, "I need to put holy water on you." You dragged your behind to a convention.
Yes, but Ty, they do this at regular Sunday services too.
And they locked your tail in that convention, and you best pay.
They do this at regular Sunday services too. And before I was interrupted, I was going to finish. If I was in that audience, I wouldn't have an issue giving the $20. I do think you should be paying a percentage of what God has blessed you with. I am fine with doing that. However, if I was on that stage and you was like, put your 20 back, I need 100, then we have a bit of an issue. I actually didn't have an issue with the $20 or whatever, but the 100, I'm on the stage. You see them pull out their wallets, they were like, 100?
He said it costs to be up here.
Okay.
Eric, do you think it costs to be up there? Would you have faded the hundo if you was just up there, you know what I'm saying?
With your suit on, that you spend more than $100 on.
Well, Eric ain't gonna wear no suit.
Deck, I need you to say the disclaimer. And Ty,
the views and opinions of Eric, those of BroTalk Live, Dexter, Ty, Jason.
I'll be right
back. Okay, go ahead. Hold up. Ty left the stream.
First off, man, I'd have been like, you'd have been sitting right next to me. I'd have tapped you on your side and been like, yo, you hear what this GA just said? Like, yo, what are you talking about? I'd have walked up there. I'd have walked up to Marvin Sapp and said, hey, man, check your Cash App. It's pending. You know what I mean? You ain't whatever, man. I'm gonna give you my 20.
Well, he did give the option for the Cash Appers to tap their phone on the plate, on the offering plate.
I'd have tapped my phone right up inside his head. Ain't nobody giving him no whole bunch of money, bro. What you talking about? So you can go hop, so when you leave, you hop in your Bentley Azure, and I hop in my Nissan, whatever.
He
bro.
said the money was going towards. He said the money. He said the money was going towards the conference.
But
that's why you bring Marvin Sapp to a conference to raise more money, like that. You could.
But you paid Marvin Sapp though. So Marvin
I ain't see him break out his wallet or his Cash App or his phone.
He did on the video. I didn't play the full video, but he did. I didn't see what the denominations on the billfolds were.
Yeah, whatever. But the funniest part of
there was never
the video is. But the funniest part about the video is, if you look at the people in the back, once he said it cost to be up here, they be looking like, nigga, what is you talking about? What you mean it cost to be up here? I got 20, I ain't got no 100.
It cost to be up there. You wanted to be up there all hype. You should have sat down with everybody else down there.
Yep.
Shakima said she had a pastor who asked to see the screenshot of the Cash App.
Yeah, because don't lie and say you sent it on the Cash App.
Like I said, I'd have showed him my phone. I'm like, yo, it's pending, brother. It'll be
raise money in very uncouth and ridiculous ways, and I agree with that, and I hate places that do like 4 or 5 off stuff. I think
like I said,
I think the fact that it was a convention gives it a little bit less. I just think he was just like a little too hype with it. Like if it was a regular,
I don't think his tone was bad either. He was actually trying to make light of the situation and make jokes and stuff like that too. I just think when it comes to money, it's just a sensitive topic for people.
Yeah. Not when you talk about locking no doors. You could tell he definitely wasn't his local church, because he either locked the doors in Bmore or Philly, or would have been a ruckus up in there. You locking the door? You locking doors? Oh, okay.
All right. That's actually the only
$40. I'm sliding them 40. I'm good.
Oh yeah.